nasty night for weather across the region. John has the latest on storms in your Skywatch 5 forecast. And Ed Littler has Hastings College baseball. Stay with us, folks. It's all coming up. News 5 at 10 starts now.
Closed captioning provided by Mary Lanning Memorial Hospital, caring for Central Nebraska for over 85 years.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ed Yarmer.
And I'm Ann Meyer. Of course, we've been keeping you updated throughout the evening of the serious storms in our area. To get the latest on what's going on, we head to John Walsh in the Weather Center. John.
Well, we'll try to keep you updated on the severe weather that's in our area. The severe thunderstorm warning for northern Adams County has been canceled, so we're looking good there. We are in the clear as far as Adams County goes. Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Hall County in effect for another 15 minutes or so. As you can see, some of the counties that remain in severe weather warnings at this present time. The severe thunderstorm warning for Hall County, that storm moved through the Doniphan area. And likewise, a severe thunderstorm warning for Polk and northern York County in effect until 10:15. We're just getting another warning down right now. Actually, we have a line of severe thunderstorms that are moving from Osceola through the Tri-Cities, near the York area, through the Tri-Cities, southwestward into northwestern Kansas, just to the northeast of Phillipsburg. And these have been mainly hail producers throughout the area as they continue to drift to the southeast at around 35 miles an hour. We take a look at a severe thunderstorm watch. It remains in effect for our area until 2 a.m. These storms will be severe for the next several hours, or the potential for severe weather for the next several hours, and we will have more on the weather segment when we return in just about 4.5 minutes. And Ed?
All right, John, thank you for that. Well, it's an ongoing issue for the Grand Island Rural Fire Department, covering a large area despite aging equipment and facilities.
The department's 5-member board is considering some changes, but they will not come cheap. The board wants to replace Station 2 in St. Libory. The current structure there is almost 50 years old, and it's falling out of state building codes. The board held a public meeting at Station 1 in Grand Island this evening, where members made their case to a gathering of about 30 residents and firefighters. Rural Fire President Darrell Bachman says tonight's discussion was simply to gauge public opinion on the matter. However, the board will have the final say.
We just want input is what we want. We're not required to have to vote on this. They say the board should have enough responsibility to keep the fire protection in line, and we're trying to do the best we can.
Now, not everyone at tonight's meeting was in favor of the plan. Firefighter Dave Cottingham says he'd like the board to devote more attention to buying up-to-date equipment before it focuses on new buildings.
You know, I don't know what else to say. They need it, but I think we need a lot of other things too besides just that. I know a lot of our trucks are outdated, and I know we got one new one, and I'm sure they need one up there, but I'm sure they need the room too.
Now, Bachman does emphasize the proposal is in the very early stages, and a lot depends on whether or not the department can qualify for federal grant money. He expects to know more about that by the end of this month.
A Grand Island couple faces numerous charges of child abuse after their 3 children, aged 6, 4, and 18, are discovered begging for food for themselves and alcohol and cigarettes for their parents. Police say when they arrived at the trailer home, the refrigerator was empty, there was dirty clothes and trash throughout the residence, and the children had visible bruises.
The children were in need of medical attention because of their injuries. They were taken to St. Francis Hospital.
The parents have been released on their own recognizance and are awaiting a court hearing. If convicted, they each face up to 5 years in prison and or a $10,000 fine. Now, News 5 has chosen not to release the name of the parents to protect the identity of the children.
A Plattsmouth man that had reported his wife missing over the weekend is now the chief suspect in a murder case after his wife's body was discovered in the couple's mobile home last night. 27-year-old Jason McIntosh was arrested after police officers searched their residence and found the woman's body in the back of the couple's home. The couple's 2 daughters were taken into protective custody. Officers say neither of the girls had seen their mother's body. McIntosh reported his wife missing to local authorities early on Sunday.
Outgoing Superintendent Dr. Ken Anderson addressed the Hastings business community this afternoon on the status of the public school district. He says that the new and developing programs are pinpointing the specific and special needs of students, helping to lower the dropout rate and increase student achievement levels.
We've also, by establishing an alternative high school program, put together a program that has about 20 students in it right now, where the students attend our schools on a half-day basis, go to Central Community College on a half-day basis, and are employed as well. And this is a program that's been designed to keep students in school. It's really been designed for students that may not be able to finish school or would choose not to finish school on their own.
Dr. Anderson was also presented with a certificate of appreciation from the Hastings Chamber of Commerce for his outstanding service to the business community. He will officially step down to become the new superintendent in Kearney this July.
Well, tonight on our Where in the World segment, we'll take a stroll down memory lane. About 10 million years, if you can remember back that far. John Walsh has found a place where the camel and the rhinoceros once stood.
Well, this may not exactly be the time-traveling DeLorean made famous by Michael J. Fox's hit movie Back to the Future, but today it's going to serve as our time machine to the past. And I mean way back. There's a place 2.5 hours from Hastings that transcends even modern history. 10 million years ago, a massive volcano erupted in what is now the state of Idaho. The force of the eruption was so powerful, it sent forth a deadly cloud spewing ash for thousands of miles. It was here, at this watering hole, in the savanna-like region that we now call Nebraska, that death rained down. Creatures great and small, from birds to rhinoceros, were suffocated, then buried by the ash. Today, that tragedy is made real again, as paleontologists have unearthed this astonishingly detailed still life, if you will. It's a silent, motionless snapshot of a cataclysmic event and the creatures that lived in that era. Look at this, a fossilized skeleton of a tiny rhino fetus, still protected by its mother's rib cage, as they died together so long ago. National Geographic magazine calls this the Pompeii of the Plains. It's one of the most detailed archaeological sites in the world. We're at the Ashfall fossil beds between the towns of Royal and Orchard in Antelope County.
You know, when we talk about Nebraska's past, you think of the pioneer days of the 1800s, but here we're talking 10 million years ago.
That's pretty cool.
A lot of history there. Well, John, believe it or not, has made his way back to the studio, and of course he's got some rough weather to talk about. That is your Skywatch 5 forecast. And
Nebraska's signature fast food joint is going online. We'll check it out in the Grand Island Business Report next on News 5 at 10.
Coverage you can count on. News 5 at 10 with Ed Yarmer and Ann Meyer. Weather with John Walsh. And Ed Littler with sports.
Hey, let's show more road. We're gonna get some Asiago cheese.
Scusi?
All right then, next stop, Scusi. Chop chop, fasto.
Subway introduces 2 new fresh-baked gourmet breads. Delicious Asiago cheese with real Asiago cheese baked on top. And tasty country wheat with rolled oats, poppy seeds, and more. 2 new gourmet breads at Subway.
Stroke, 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 stroke.
Subway. Eat fresh.
Nebraskans make choices every day. Some matter more than others. But one everyday choice matters a whole lot to Nebraska. The gasoline you choose. Because E10 unleaded is about helping ourselves, our pocketbooks, our environment. You make a choice every time you fill up. Make the right choice for Nebraska.
E10, E10, E10. Let's get with it, Nebraska.
Dr. Norman Gary will do some pretty outrageous things.
I've been stung probably around 75,000 times.
But would Norm Gary ever get car insurance that didn't come with a State Farm agent?
Car insurance with no State Farm agent? Now that makes me nervous.
Be like this State Farm customer and go with a reliable State Farm agent. Now save up to 35% on State Farm car insurance. To find out if you qualify, call your local State Farm agent. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Swing into savings at Menards. Your kids will have hours of fun on play centers from Hedstrom. A Daniel Boone swing set is on sale, just $179. This Treesdale Tower Play Center is $399. Get ready for graduations, parties, and get-togethers with this Fiji 5-piece resin table and chair set from Growflex. On sale, just $69. Get affordable patio furniture at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I had a routine mammogram. I asked the nurse to have the doctor call me. I'll never forget his words. He said, "You have a cancer." And I'd wonder, what are you going to do? You've got cancer. How bad is it? Are you going to die? My surgeon recommended the Cancer Treatment Center at St. Francis. I was scared as I sat in the waiting room, but the minute Dr. Chopin burst in the room, I knew that he was the doctor I wanted to help me through this. You'll get the latest treatments in a caring, compassionate environment. It's a place where hope lives, and that hope is dispensed every day.
St. Francis Medical Center, well beyond healthcare.
Since 1949, Runza has been boasting their unique sandwiches, but now they have something else to offer customers.
The Lincoln-based restaurant chain can now be accessed via the internet, which means you can get a Runza anywhere in the world. With just a click of a button, customers can now order the unique sandwiches from their home computers. The new service is in response to customer demand from places as far away as Mexico.
People used to come through the drive-thru and they come up front and they always want to order frozen Runzas and they want us to take care of the shipping. Well, we never were able to do that until now. The computers, I think, makes it easier, and because you have to bake them and freeze them and then get the dry ice and ship them. So
not only can you order sandwiches, the website also has fun activities for kids to do, including downloading coloring pages and Runza trivia.
Kids can go in and print out books to read. They can download the books so they can read those, and you can order gift certificates as well.
The distinctive sandwiches will be available in 3 varieties: original, cheese, or Swiss cheese and mushroom.
Well, some of this storm has passed, but some of it is still with us, and let's join John Walsh now to get the very latest. John, what's up?
A couple of more warnings, actually, which we'll get to straight away. Let's go to the map right now. We have a severe